Hi there, Scott Hamilton, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review for your ears. Going to be talking about 2020's Mulan. Yeah, I meant to watch this one. I totally missed it. I know it was on Disney Plus. Started to stream it once and went, Then I had a bunch of rewards and got the Steelbook really cheap. For some reason, a year later, it's still available. 2 years later. No, it came out in 2021, yeah. Movie originally came out in 2020. COVID stuff finally came out. $200 million they spent on this movie and it only grossed 70. Ouch. Short version is, though, it's a pretty darn good movie, especially if you like Hong Kong action flicks, that kind of, wushu and stuff like that. Nobody told me it's got real martial arts in it. You got Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Gong Li, Jason Scott Lee, some other names. All it looks like it. Matter of fact, some of the action scenes were so choppy, I thought it was edited by Hong Kong people. It was directed by Nikki Caro. She is a New Zealand filmmaker. She's been Oscar nominated for movies like Whale Rider. Not sure she was perfect for this. She was good for it. The movie has a lot of emotional heft. But if you're going to spend $200 million and make it as action-filled as it probably should have had more of an action director in it. But other than that, it was actually entertaining and kept me awake the whole time. So there you go. The short version is watch it if you haven't seen it. It's good. Obviously, the story is thousands of years old. They made an animated version. This one does not have the dragon in it. I get why Disney made this. It just doesn't feel like a Disney movie at all. I mean, really, sure, the strong female is going to come out and save the world kind of thing. I'll get into, not really spoiler talk, but I'll get into what my biggest problem with it. But the movie works. Like I said, you've got Jet Li. You've got Jason Scott Lee playing a bad guy. You've got Donnie Yen doing some great scenes. There's some serious martial arts cred in this film. A lot of people worked on it. A lot of money was spent on it. Great sets, great costumes. I think the young lady that plays Mulan is great. I thought she was it was hard for me to ever buy her as a guy. If you know the story, she has to go undercover as a guy to, every household has to give up one man to help defend the realm. And Dad's kind of broken down, so she takes up the mantle. And anyway, the elements of that story are handled very well. Not exactly like the animated movie and not exactly like the version of the story that's come before, but pretty similar if you know what's going to happen. But it's all handled very well. The acting is good. The young people in the movie are very good. It's not too long. It's a little over 2 hours. Martial arts scenes are really good. There's an early scene where we see her young, showing off, using her magical chi, if you will, and doing superhero-type things. It's pretty Hong Kong choppily edited for whatever reason, but it's a good scene. Some of the other fight scenes are not as heavily edited, but then you had adults performing pretty intense martial arts choreography. That would be the only problem I have with it. Obviously, they're going to praise a story where the female. I mean, this is a long-standing bit of mythology in the Asian world that holds a lot of weight, right? We've seen the story pop up in other cultures. It's a big deal. But this version of the story, it's not that she trained hard, and she does, and it's not that she's very good, and she is, but it's her magical chi that gives her that edge, that gives her that superhuman prowess. And her dad in the beginning tells her to, hide that away because, people won't like that from a woman. And I get what they were trying to do there, but in the end, she basically wins because of magic. And it could have been just because she's spectacular, and she is. She does work hard in the movie. She trains hard and all that kind of stuff. But she has to find herself and find her real self, and then her magical chi helps her achieve those superhuman lengths to which she goes to save the empire and the realm. I thought the cinematography was great. I thought the acting was great. All in all, I don't have any complaints. I don't know why this movie failed, other than people were going expecting a lightweight Disney movie, and it's PG, but it's pretty hardcore, realistic, down-to-earth, gritty version of Mulan's story. In all honesty, back then, could a female have infiltrated with all the males, all the showers they had to take, and that kind of thing? I don't know. It's also weird that everybody speaks English, and I know Disney's not going to make a hugely subtitled movie, but they didn't even bother like to zoom in on mouths and zoom back out like Hunt for Red October, and everybody's stolen after that. But I did like the movie. A lot better than the box office has done. So if you get a chance to watch it on Disney Plus, do so. And if you get a chance to pick up the 4K, Dolby Atmos is good. It's the typical Disney. You need to turn it up a little bit louder. I thought it could have been better. It is got some directionality to it and some depth, but there could have just been more. I thought visually the movie was pretty stunning. Very film-like present, looked very theatrical looking, but very clean transfer. I think it's an upscale, but it was a great 4K. I got the movie for free from Disney Rewards. I had a bunch of points that were expiring, and I had to pick a couple of movies, so I got this and Finding Nemo, movie that I already own on Blu-ray, but if you're going to upgrade a movie, that should be one of your classics, right? And it should look good with HDR. There'll be another review coming soon. But as far as Mulan in 4K, it's definitely worthy. I would stream it on Disney Plus to see if you really like it. But well done. Completely different than the cartoon version. It's been a while since I've seen that, but no Eddie Murphy talking dragon. The only real, other than her chi, mystical effects is there's a phoenix, a bird that appears a couple times in the movie, and you're not so clear as to whether it's just her seeing it, which that's probably the case. It is a very down-to-earth, realistic. There's not too much wire work. There's not too many flying over buildings or anything like that. It does try to stay grounded, but there were some major fight scenes that there's some sword chops and arrows through the heart stuff that pushes PG as far as I'm concerned, and weird to see it in a Disney movie. Since the movie didn't do well, I guess there won't be a sequel or whatever, but I thought it was very, very good, and it's very theatrical and feels big to watch it. It just, well done. I went in not expecting much and was really impressed with it. So Mulan is actually a good version of the story if you want to check it out. Could have been in a different director's hands. It would have had maybe a little more heft to it, streamlined a little bit more. I don't know, but as it stands, it's really not bad. Sorry it was a flop for Disney, and they won't go down that road again, but it was a worthy road to go down. I'm Scott Hamilton. I'm ROCKFILE. My links are below. Patreon for the exclusive stuff. Have a spectacular day, and thank you for listening.